أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أخذ بيده وقال يا معاذ والله إني لأحبك والله إني لأحبك. He took Mu'adh by the hand and he said, "Oh Mu'adh, by Allah I love you. By Allah I love you." فقال أوصيك يا معاذ لا تدعن في دبر كل صلاة تقول اللهم أعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. Oh Mu'adh, I love you. Wallahi I love you. Wallahi I love you. I advise you, O Mu'adh, do not leave at the end of every prayer without saying, O Allah, A'inni, help me to remember you, and help me to be grateful to you, and help me to worship you with excellence, or worship you in a good way. This hadith is just an example, but it's a really, really beautiful example. And look at the love the Prophet ﷺ had for Mu'adh. And he advised him, and he said to him, don't leave every prayer that you pray, don't leave that prayer without saying, "Oh Allah, help me to remember you and show gratitude to you and to worship you in a good way, or to worship you with excellence." The question here is, when we say dubur kulli salah, when the Prophet said, or when we say dubur as-salat al-maktubat, after the prayer or at the end of the prayer, this word dubur, it can mean after, and it can mean at the end as in after, or at the end as in just before you finish the prayer inside of the tashahhud, because we know the Prophet ﷺ said about the tashahhud, which is the sitting in the prayer, where you're sitting at the end of the prayer before you give the salam. And we know the Prophet ﷺ said about it, فَلْيَتَخَيَّرْ مِنَ الدُّعَاءِ أَعْجَبَهُ إِلَيْهِ, أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, let the person choose from dua the one that is the most beloved to them, the one that they like it the most. So it's a time for dua. It's a time a lot of people miss out on. So we can add it, not just the sajda, but also the tashahhud. Just before you give the salam, just before you finish the prayer. Don't lose out on that opportunity, especially that hadith of Mu'adh. The question is it in the tashahhud or is it afterwards? Shaykh ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, he said, ما ورد من الدعاء مقيدا بدبر الصلاة فهو قبل السلام. Whatever has come to do with dua, it should be done before the salam. وما ورد من الذكر مقيدا بدبر الصلاة, and whatever dhikr is mentioned as being at the end of the prayer, فهو بعد الصلاة, it should be done after the salah. And then he gave the evidence, فَإِذَا قَضَيْتُمُ الصَّلَاةَ فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِكُمْ. When you've completed your prayer, then do the dhikr of Allah, standing and sitting and upon your side.